I'm Jason UFC, and today we have a story about UFC heavyweight contender Jon Jones believe he and Daniel Cormier would actually make great friends if they had a chance to chat it out. Jon Jones has put his rivalry with Daniel Cormier to bed and now thinks the two could be friends. Jon Jones and Cormier fought twice in the UFC, which resulted in one of the greatest rivalries. Okay, I don't even know. Despite years of bad blood, the longtime rivals have been civil in their most recent interactions online. The reason why I don't want to call it the greatest rivalries in the promotion's history is Jon Jones defeated Cormier twice. What rivalry? What are we even talking about? With that, as Jon Jones is set to return at UFC 285 after being away from the sport for 3 years, and his first time at heavyweight, Jon Jones has said he would like Cormier to not only commentate his fight but also do a pre-fight interview with him. The news was surprising, and now Jon Jones has taken things a step further by saying he and Cormier could be friends if they had a chance to talk everything out. I think we actually make great friends if we were ever to sit down in front of each other and really just chat it out. Absolute arch enemies, no more, Jon Jones says. He has no ill will towards Daniel Cormier. Look at the smile on his face. Oh, dude. Oh, my goodness. I do believe that Daniel will do a great job. All the guys do a really good job at being unbiased. Jones said the UFC hires these guys because they're professional. And yeah, I think he's going to do a great job. If he gets the job, Daniel has commentated for me before. I believe he was in the corner when I fought over in St. Peru, and he did a great job. He's not biased. People try to Daniel. Okay, I don't know. I guess people tried to make Daniel and I out to be these absolute arch enemies. If you look at the competitive athletes throughout history, they all come around. Tyson and Holyfield, they all come around, and just it's just competition. Outside of the sport, I have no ill will towards Daniel. I think he's a stand-up individual, and I think we'd actually make great friends if we were to ever sit down in front of each other and just really chat it out. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Although Jones believes he and Cormier could be friends, whether or not they will is uncertain, but it's good to see at least. Okay, that's okay. Now, I don't. It's interesting. I don't. First, you got to see the smile on his face. So while I'm talking about this, it's Jon Jones he never, from my perspective, Jon Jones really never had a rivalry with anyone. Even when he fought Rashad Evans, right? That, to me, him fighting Rashad Evans had to be way more personal than him fighting Daniel Cormier, right? When Jon Jones went to train with Jackson Winkle, I think Rashad Evans may have been champion at that point, right? And then for Rashad Evans to leave the gym, right? He went, I think he created like Black Zillions and all that stuff. And then he had to fight Jon Jones. And that was one of Jon Jones' first performances where I believe it went like 5 rounds. So it wasn't personal with Jon Jones. And from what I understand, Jon Jones never called out Daniel Cormier. It was always Daniel Cormier calling out Jon Jones. So I don't think Jon Jones had beef with Daniel Cormier. I believe Cormier called Jon Jones out way back, even in Strikeforce. Am I wrong about that? I could be wrong about that. I thought that's what was my first reasons of why I didn't really like Daniel Cormier that much. I thought he won the heavyweight the tournament in Strikeforce, and I thought he called Jon Jones out. If I have that right, wow. If I don't have that right, then it's okay. But personally, now, what do I think about this rivalry and what do I think about these two? Do I think they would be great friends? That's not, I feel like they're, Now, listen, Jon Jones, I don't know if he's still the, partier. I feel like he still is that kind of, like if, like respectfully, if Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier were in Las Vegas, where they probably would be, I feel like they go different directions. So I don't really see how great of friends they would make. But I don't think they, like I said, I don't think Daniel Cormier was ever Jon Jones' enemy, right? I think Jon Jones just didn't like him. He said it. He said, "I do not like DC. That's why I'm acting like." No, he said that after a fight. He knocked Daniel Cormier out in the, I don't know if it was a knockout. I believe it may be a TKO in their second fight. But if what I'm basically just trying to say is that this has always been on Daniel Cormier. I think he would be the one that he probably, in many ways, could never forgive Jon Jones. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he can forgive Jon Jones. Like Jon Jones said, Tyson and Holyfield get along well for the most part. But there's still some hardcore rivalries. Like Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe, they still don't ride with each other, There's still, certain beef there. So there's some enemies who are just enemies for life. And if you watch like Chael Sonnen's YouTube channel, as much trash as he gives Jon Jones, you could tell Chael clearly respects Jon Jones. I feel like Chael Sonnen and Jon Jones would be better friends than Cormier and Jon Jones. But let me know your opinion of this story. Do you think Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier will actually be great friends? And also, what does this have to do with UFC 285? I'm a little bit surprised that, all of this attention is going into the rivalry with Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier, and not one mention, not even one mention of Cyril Gane in this, So is Jon Jones just looking past Cyril Gane? And what's the promotion going on there? I saw recently there was an article that said, I think Cyril Gane was saying that he wasn't even training when he got the fight announcement with Jon Jones. Is that even possible? So much going on. There's so much going on. And the fight is next weekend, literally. Jon Jones is returning after 3 years of not fighting to a completely new division. And we're talking about him being best friends with Daniel Cormier? What? Right? Come on, what is going on out here? This is crazy. But I'm Jason UFC. Today we had a story about UFC heavyweight contender Jon Jones believes he and former opponent, two-time opponent, Daniel Cormier would actually make great friends if they had the chance to chat it out. Do you agree or do you totally disagree? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button. And please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.